Good afternoon, everyone. And today we're gonna actually see how can bank build stronger relationships with customers. And today I'm gonna introduce you this session as I'm Claudio Cungi. I am Chief Product and Marketing Officer at Strands. And before jumping into the topic, let me tell you about who Strands really is. Strands is a fintech that is operating since a decade in the fintech industry. And we have performed several hundreds of implementation worldwide, implementing products that ranges in the insight-driven engagement industry. And this that you see here is our product suite. But let us go straight into the presentation and let us see why actually insight-driven engagement is changing the financial industry nowadays. We actually see that there are four forces shaping the industry. These forces can be seen as open banking. Open banking is widely shaking up the financial service industry, letting data be pulled outside banks from authorized third parties, and now is even more progressing, enabling new use cases that are basically shaking up again the industry. We see the competitive arena that is changing. We see incumbent banks that are evolving their financial offering on the digital channels, pushed by fintechs that are operating either as banks' partner, but also as banks' competitors. We see the customer behavior is changing. After COVID, we see that the behavior of the customer has definitely shifted toward online purchases even more, and new offerings are definitely driving this customer behavior. We see then technology and AI definitely is one of the key factors that is enabling new use cases that we're going to see today. Let me just focus on two key aspects, open banking and technology and AI, just to tell you that as we see here, first of all, open banking has shifted. Traditional models where users were accessing the bank's app, the bank's services through the bank's app. And that was the only way the user could access its banking services. And actually, banks were having architecture that were all built in their legacies. In open banking, what we see is that we're shifting toward the picture at the right side of the slide, where basically consumers can now access the banking services also through third-party apps. This is enabled by what we see is the evolution of the architecture of the banks that is actually enabling through API platforms the integration of third-party apps and can then in a securely way push data outside their banking legacy. And as we said, the second key factor is definitely the evolution of technology and AI. If we start from the very bottom of the funnel, we see that everything in AI starts from aggregating raw data. Of course, open banking through third-party data aggregation is giving also the bank a huge amount of data that they can leverage now. So the amount of raw data is definitely also increasing. So the first thing we need to do on the raw data is data enrichment, meaning we need to be able to make something more out of the data. So we need to leverage data in order to build information, to apply value on top of the data. Once we have done this, so we have enriched the data, we can then apply artificial intelligence principles, machine learning logics, in order to enable event-based marketing and then trigger specific actions according to specific customer behaviors, either triggering bank suggestions, but also third-party offers. And this is very quick how typically a funnel for building technology and AI works. But let us try to see now how a possible journey based on new principle could look like. I'm going to show you a journey where a retail customer is seamless, leveraging 4 technological enabler. The first thing is a saving goal. Saving goal is a typical PFM feature that pushes the customer in creating saving goals. The second thing is account aggregation. So multi-banking aggregation, where the customer is going to be able to aggregate third-party accounts. This is going to be, of course, enabling a new simple third-party aggregation, so multi-banking view, but also real-time credit scoring. Everything you're going to see, of course, is in real time. So everything is going to be enabling real-time insights. So driving an insight-driven engagement. So I'm going to act now like being Claudio, a 36 years old customer that is actually receiving a notification on its mobile phone. It's going to then follow this funnel. So then I just received a notification that is saying that the Ducati goal I had set in 2 weeks from now is not going to be met. So let me just go on my mobile banking app. And then I see that, in fact, I'm not reaching in time that Ducati goal I was supposed to get. So my goal is not in time. This is what the mobile banking app is telling me. But I could try to connect all my accounts to see if I can have some more money. So let me try to aggregate my other account I have on another bank. In fact, I have another account in Citi. So let me try to put in my username, my password, and let me authenticate. So let me put my one-time password in it. I'll try to verify. So cool. So my third-party account has been correctly aggregated. And damn, I have only 1,500 euro on the Citi current accounts. I actually remember I had much more, but okay, let me see how much can I transfer then on this, on my other accounts. Well, I can then transfer 1,000, which is a big percentage of what I have, and I will still have 500 euro left on the other account. Okay, so I'm transferring that money. But wow, in fact, I'm not reaching the goal anyway. I'm just still to 16,000 euro, and I'm not reaching end of the month 25K actually to buy my Ducati. So what can I do? I mean, my banks here is suggesting me to have an instant loan. So when we just check it, actually, I need to confirm my account to get a real-time credit worthiness assessment. Okay, so actually the money I need is likely 9,000, the one I missed. And I think I can repay it in 24 months. So the monthly quota installment is 439 euro, which is pretty much okay for my finances. Okay, let me try to see if I'm eligible. It seems like I'm eligible. In fact, my monthly income is pretty good and my account balance is still not at risk. So I think that I'm gonna try to proceed and see how and if I can get this loan. In fact, the loan details seem pretty much interesting, and I really think that I can definitely try to give a chance to this loan. So let me apply for the loan by clicking the one-time password again. So identity is verified, and then I got the loan in the end, so I can definitely buy my Ducati. And I can also think of buying an insurance policy once I purchase my motorbike. So as you could see, the funnel was mainly built around these 4 key technological enablers that, of course, have been integrated to create an end-to-end customer journey. To the user, it was pretty seamless that there were a lot of modules acting in background. The core capabilities, again, we have been leveraging are PFM features, saving goals, open banking features, meaning account aggregation, real-time credit scoring, for creditworthiness assessment, and definitely real-time insights. The thing here was that we have been suggesting something to the customers before the event happened, suggesting also not only the event that was about to happen, but always the next best actions in order to try to drive his funnel towards the best action possible. As you saw, he didn't apply for a loan in step one. In fact, it was a step three, because we thought it was more about educating the customer. But of course, you have to think of this kind of journey as a modular journey that the customer can definitely, that the bank can definitely build according to the desired journey they want to build for every target customer. But what are the benefits for this journey? First of all, for the user, the first benefit is definitely engagement. The user has to be engaged. Nowadays, we see that new experiences are arising every day. So definitely the bank has to keep a certain level of engagement, and definitely proactive financial management features can definitely drive this benefit. Finance management. The customer needs to get control on its finance, and this is definitely something that works real time. It drives tailored communication and maximizes the conversion when needed. So the user can definitely get the most out of his finance. Holistic view. The customers, thanks to a multi-banking approach, can have an holistic view on its finances. So not needing to access many apps to get one single information. And then, of course, education. The customer needs to learn how to maximize his saving. In the end, this is what a financial institution should also do, is also to drive the customer decisions through education. But which are then the benefits for the bank or for the financial institution in general? Well, definitely the first thing is retention and engagement, meaning engaging more the customer, making him feel better, making him feel more with tailored communication, is definitely increasing in his engagement. If the customer is engaged toward the bank, he will definitely be more loyal to the bank. So he won't have, let me say, any experience factors that will drive his need for changing the bank. Cross-selling. Definitely, as our motto is, know me as a customer, help me as a customer, monetize me as a customer. We definitely want to help the bank increase its revenues through its banking channels. This is definitely what also the final aim of an insight-driven engagement should be. Data set enrichment. As we saw, there are a lot of data that needs to be categorized, that needs to be enriched in order to catch information that can be valuable both for the customers, but also for the bank. Acquisition. These kind of propositions are definitely something that nowadays customers are always more and more looking, as digital channels are becoming the primary source of touch point with financial institutions. So definitely customers are nowadays looking at how banks are trying to serve their customers through their mobile banking app. So definitely trying to build an insight-driven engagement can definitely help the bank for building new experiences that can help sell them more, taking decisions according to information, and acquire more customers as well. So this was more or less the journey we wanted actually to show you today. Many thanks for having joined us. I hope everything was pretty much straight. If you have any questions, please feel free to get in contact with us, and have a nice day.